Good evening, everyone, and welcome to PSGL 6 Spa. Very sorry this was late. I forgot to press go live on YouTube, which was a bit of an error. I'm not joined by Punju today, unfortunately, as he is having some major technical difficulties, but no worries, as we will manage without him. Last week, we had Portugal, which was a very entertaining race. So those who were there will remember, but today we have Spa, the very famous 4.3 miles track, 19 turns, lots of famous events at this track. We got the Here Comes Sebastian Vettel back in 2018, that same race where Force India, or Racing Point, or Force India at the time, qualified P3 and 4. The old layout of Belgium, Spa, was a lot shorter, which they changed. I can't remember what year, but it was a decent track, which a lot of people think should have stayed. But yeah, I do think the new one is a lot better for racing. So yeah, this is round 8, and round 8 of 11. So we've only got 3 rounds left. The championship is nearly being wrapped up. I will get the standings up in just a second. But interesting thing to note, or important thing to note, is that Abu Dhabi and the United States Grand Prix have been swapped. Not sure the exact reason. I think it's because one's better for racing than the other, and it's how they want to do it. But yeah, here we go into qualifying. I'll just get the standings up. Sorry, I know this isn't showing anything. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right. We have a few people on their outlaps at the moment. No one has started their official laps yet. Currently, Ruben is leading the championship with 62 points, followed very closely by the two Aston Martin Zerky and Snakes at 57 points and 54 points respectively. Aston Martin do look to be dominating the constructors' standings. I say dominating; they are only 3 points ahead of Red Bull, so that fight is still a thing, as well as the drivers' fight, which will be incredibly interesting, and I'm sure the drivers are all going to be going all out to do the best they can. But enough of that for now, as Ayub Khan starting his flying lap. The Scotsman who nearly got his first win nearly got his first win back in Canada, where it was cruelly taken away to him by a time penalty, which I'm probably not supposed to say if I agree with or not, and I'm probably a little bit too biased to even give my opinion anyway. Heading down the Camel Straight, which is called the Camel Straight, not the Camel Straight, which I honestly didn't know until fairly recently, which is a little bit embarrassing. So, yes, hello Richie, sorry, this has been a completely muddled up start. I've literally just been getting stuff left, right and centre whilst we've been getting into this. I have gone through P1 now. Seeing how brave you can be, I'm sure we'll see people trying to lift off as little as possible, and even people sending it into the barriers because it's such a hard corner to get right. Spa is full of lots of really tricky curves which are incredibly slippery if you ride them wrong. Easy Lapalainen sets the first lap with a 1:43 flat. Ayub Khan, as it's immediately beaten by Zerky with an incredibly quick lap time of a 1:42.7. We'll see what Ayub Khan does coming into about a few curves as Snake's Zerky's teammate goes a 10th slower with a 1:42.8 into bus stop chicane, braking just after the 100 meter board, getting the car turned around onto the main straight. DRS open. Got to be really careful on the power bus stop. What's it going to be? P1 with a 142.6. What a lap. That's incredibly quick, as Mike's immediately matches that with a few hundredths behind him. Great lap from Ayub there. We'll watch Victor Wilder. Oh, he's invalidated. We'll watch Ayub Khan's teammate, Augustin Tolashi, as he is on his flying lap. Only 40% battery. Sorry, it might struggle a bit to the end. Come on, Mikolaj. I honestly don't know who that is. I don't see him on the list of drivers. I assume that's someone. Augustin coming through. I cannot remember the corner names for the life of me. Oh my goodness. Into the quick left-hander, which is what we called, into the widened. I think that was widened right-hander. Into P1, you see Augustin, as I said, losing the car, trying not to go off the power too much, and the car just loses grip, just setting it a little bit too much. Augustin nearly got a P3 in Bahrain, but he did have a time penalty, so that took it away from him. Victor Wilder is in Sector 2. He's got a little bit of traffic, so hopefully that doesn't affect him too much. I believe that's Luca LaMonaco, who is not on the lap. I think he might have impeded him a little bit there. Victor, as he nearly loses the rear end. As I said, those curbs being very slippy, nearly loses the curb there. Because Mike's, that makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, Mike's doing very well so far, almost matching the pole lap. Ayub Khan was not here last week because it was his birthday. So maybe now, I don't know how old he is. I'm going to say 21-year-old Ayub Khan, or 18, I don't know. But I'm sure he's looking a lot faster. Ayub Khan is 11th in the standings, as he's not raced too many, as Victor goes into the pits as expected. Emin, I believe, no, he was invalidated. Matthew's on an in-lap. So that is going to be pretty much the first round of laps done, I believe. Oh, Nissan Ohana starting his first flying lap. Here we go, into the pit straight. Making sure you brake early, cutting the corner as much as possible, but not too much, because you want to carry speed through the corner, because you've got this long flat out section, so you need to be as fast as you can, going up Eau Rouge and Radion, not backing off at all. Oh, the car looks like it's just about to go out, but slip out, but it doesn't. DRS is open on the back straight. Sorry, I realised I've got the standings up there. Just looking at Ayub Khan. He's a couple of DNSs and a couple of DNFs, so he's only really finished 2 laps. He does go, Nissan Ohana does go purple in the first sector though, so clearly feeling really confident with the car and the setup. Sorry. Really confident with the car and the setup. You got to really get the right setup on this track. As I said, the curbs are slippy and it's so easy for the car to step out, because obviously you got a massive mix of high and low speed corners. Going into this long chicane, probably the slippiest corners on the track in all honesty. About to finish his second sector, so we'll see whether he goes purple or not. He doesn't this time, so not as competitive in the middle sector there. So he's probably got a bit more of a high speed setup, since that's the low downforce bit, and the first sector is a lot more flat out. But that high speed setup will help in this final sector. He's not going to get the power on too quickly out of bus stop though, which could cost him if he does have a setup. Obviously this is speculation, but there he is with short shifting into 4th immediately. Does get a good exit, but it's only good enough for P10. It's a shame for him. Alfa Romeo, is that Rishrathi? Yes, it is. He's starting his lap. Watch Rish, a fast driver here in this tier. Not getting the power down too efficiently on that exit. It seemed like he had to correct himself slightly. Going through turn 1, missing the apex just that little bit, which could cost him, but he is going to be carrying more speed, so I mean, whether that's a faster line, my F1 knowledge is apparently not good enough to tell you. But going up a hill, Eau Rouge Radion going to open the DRS, incredibly fast section I believe Rish is Dutch. I don't know why. I feel like that is the case. I might be wrong. Don't know why that's even relevant, because this is not Belgium. This is not the Netherlands. God, I can't speak. He does go purple in the first sector though, so he's clearly nailed it. He looks so confident with the car. He's able to just send it in the corners, get that power down as quick as he wants to. He's got a little bit of traffic coming up, so hopefully they're not going to get out the way. Completely going on the curbs, using all of the track possible. Round Puon, which the W11 managed flat, which was an amazing car. Oh, I thought he was going to invalidate there. He went slightly wide, but no, he did manage to save it. This is great driving from Rish Rapi, as I thought he cut there as well, but no. That might be investigated by the stewards, actually, because that was a cut. Yo. Sorry about that. A few things there. Rish managed to go P10. Both AlphaTauris are now P1 and 2 with a 42.3 and 42.4. Ayub Khan has not improved. He's staying P4 with his 42.6. Who is on our lap? Let's have a look. I believe Matty is not, but he's going to be starting his lap by the looks of things. He's got a full battery. And he invalidated? No, he's not. He's coming in the pits, never mind. Silver Arrow is currently 3/10 up on his lap time. Not riding the curbs as much as Rish could. You can see how much the setup can affect confidence. So yeah, not able to do it too much, but he's still got a chance because I mean he's only in P14 right now. He's got to gain about half a second to make up a few places. To get if he wants to have a shot at P10, so we'll see what he can do because he was already 3/10. So I didn't see the sector 2 split, but he's going to get the power down coming onto the pit straight. And what's it going to be? It's not going to be in the 42s. It's a slight improvement, but not enough to improve position. Zerky's on an outlap though. He's nowhere near the finish line. Anyone? I wish we could see how long was left, but no, all we can see is yellow flags. Here we go. Silver Arrow, I believe, is on another lap. No, he's not. I just think he was up in the first sector. No, he's not. No one's on the lap. Okay, so we have a bit of time to talk about this. Aston Martin, I mean, they're up there, but I don't think they're as dominant as they would like to be. It's definitely not as dominant as AlphaTauri, who are very close, and where are they in the championship? 4th. Probably a bit unrealistic for them to get the constructors, given the fact that they're almost 70 points behind. But yeah, getting in the way of Aston Martin's hopes for sure. Red Bull also struggling a little bit more this week, 5th and 12th at the moment. So yeah, not looking too strong. Ayub Khan was on. Oh, Zerky was on outlap. He's nearly at the start finish line, and we'll watch him as his lap develops. 4 minutes left as he starts his lap. Not getting the power down too quickly. Didn't look like it at least. But it won't really cost them much. It's a very short run into turn 1, and you've got to focus a lot more on your turn 1 and turn 1 exit. Taking a wider line. I feel a lot of the other drivers were, but able to use all of the track. Flat out up Eau Rouge and Radion, as is everyone. On the back straight, looking very quick as he goes half a tenth-ish up. He's got to gain 4 tenths if he wants to have a shot at pole, or 3 tenths even, 3.5. So we'll see what he does. Going around this second sector, he's gonna using all of the track as he can. You see as he goes over the curves, the car almost stepping out, but he's just able to keep it in, sending it around Pougon. He doesn't spin out like Augustin Tolashi did. He's able to stay as quick as he can through there, going right over the curbs, clearly showing so much confidence with the car. Onto the exit for the last flat out section as he goes purple in the middle sector, 2 tenths up. That's going to put him close. If he can get a better exit out of bus stop, he could really be looking at his shot for pole here. It's going to be incredibly close, especially between him and his teammate, at least for P3. We'll see if he's able to match that. Coming around bus stop now, gets the car rotated nicely. Exactly like he wanted. He just needs to get the power down quickly, which I think he does. Opens to DRS, and what's it going to be? Only P4. A tenth and a bit off his teammate. Probably not what he liked. Watch Ayub Khan as he's already gone half a tenth up in the first sector, but he does lose out a little bit. Snakes decides he's done with quali, retires. Isn't going to improve from that P3. Ayub Khan going to be sending it as much as we can. We know he's quick. We know he got pole in Canada. No, he didn't get pole in Canada, sorry. We know he was quick in Canada. But Ayub Khan going around Pougon lifts off entirely, which I think other drivers have done. Well, it doesn't really matter. He's got to gain 3 tenths to have a shot at pole. Victor Wilder decides he's not going to improve. He's going to stay last, 18th. We also have a full grid tonight. It's very nice to see. Attendance is going back up. Ayub Khan, flat, purple in the middle sector. He does go a tenth up. He's got the power on nice and quickly. We'll see if he's able to do anything in bus stop. Is he going to be able to have a shot at pole position? It's going to be close, and he needs to nail bus stop if he wants to have a shot. If not, he's only looking at P3 and 4. Could he disrupt the Aston Martins? He might even split them. We'll see as he gets the car rotated nicely. Goes over the curbs. Gets the power down quickly. Short shift to 4th gear. Open the DRS. What is he able to do? It's not enough for an improvement. Half a tenth improvement. It's not enough. He's going to stay in that position. Oh, looking at the AlphaTauri. Says he's 2 tenths up. Mike, as he nearly loses the front end there. And I think he did. I'm not sure if that was a visual error or something. Oh, his kill just got completely held up there by Zerky. As there's a Mercedes spun round in the wall. Goodness. Mike's there. I think he was 2 tenths up and lost it with putting the power down too quickly. I don't know, that might have been his last lap, because sometimes the game does show the last lap split. Other cars crossing the line. Ruben needs to do something good for the Red Bulls to have a shot at the constructors. He's going to get the panel. What's he going to be able to do? Only P7 overtaking his teammate. Mercedes of Robbie Van in 2nd gear. He invalidated, so he's not going to be able to do anything. Killed is going to be starting his lap as DRS has been disabled. Is it rain? Oh, it's raining. It is raining, so no one else is going to improve. As it's raining in the end of qualifying. So anyone on the lap is not going to be doing as well as they could have, and is unlikely to change any positions now, unless they had a really bad first lap. But I don't think anyone is in that situation. You can see how heavily the rain is falling. Silver Arrow, who is on the lap, is not going to be able to improve. He's already 5 seconds down. So I believe this is going to be the qualifying order. Mike's is your pole position with a 142.3, followed by Killed, Snakes, Issa Lapalainen, Zerky, Ayub Khan, Ruben, Matti, Luca Lamonaco, Augustin Talashi, Thomas Sos, Nissan Ohana, Rish Rathi, Silver Arrow, Emin, Robbie Van, Mika, and Victor Wilder. We will see you after the break, where we've got a very exciting race on our hands. Welcome back. Not really anything to say. We'll go back to this. Oh, actually, I'll show you the results. Yeah. So the results, as I literally just read, we haven't actually finished yet, as people are still out on track. Yeah, they're not going to improve. Unfortunate for them, I guess. But not the end of the world. Unfortunately, the game does not show the weather, so I won't be able to give you that information for the race. Nor was I able to know that it was going to come for quali. But let's hope we have some rain, because we haven't had rain in a while, and rain on Spa would be very fun. But there is your order. First and second split only by 16 thousandths. Third and fourth split by only 3 thousandths. It's close all along the grid. There are all the times, so you can all see them. We'll go for the race director in case anyone needs it for any reason. But we definitely do have an exciting race on our hands. Spa, with this close of a grid, I can't wait, honestly. It does look dry, at least for the beginning. Hopefully, we have some rain later on, but yeah, for now, completely dry. I was going to say, I hope everyone is having a good day. Because we're waiting for everyone to begin, as we're going to have 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go, and Snakes immediately gets a drive-through penalty, and I think that's some decent, because he just went underneath the AlphaTauri there. I would like to clip that. Oh my goodness. Snakes is going to be in the lead, though. For now, 2 AlphaTauris going side by side. I'm not sure what happened there, but Snakes with a drive-through penalty needs to do something, as 2 cars going side by side up Eau Rouge. Zverky there losing out as he has to back out. Yep, absolutely mad start as Zerky gets some front wing damage. That's going to completely ruin his race. He's going to be so far behind at the start now. Back up the front, 2 AlphaTauris fighting for position. They both want to get second as much as they can. Obviously. There's Etil Apalainen in this battle as well. Good start from him. We'll go to the position change. Yeah, Snakes with probably the worst start, surprisingly, given the fact that he's in first. But yeah, both AlphaTauris maintaining their order, but down on where they want to be, but that won't matter, because by the end of the lap they'll be exactly back up there. Ayub Khan sitting in P6 hasn't gained or lost any positions. A little bit under pressure from Matty behind her, but Matty not really able to do anything at the moment. Sorry, I'm just sorting this clip out. But yes, Snake's obviously in for his drive-through, and even worse, Zerky also having to pit. This is horrible for the Aston Martin's championship, Constructors' Championship attempt. Staying the Red Bulls, however, they're rivals in P4 and P6, so this is dreams to them. They're almost handing the Constructors on a platter. So yeah, that's absolutely horrible for the Aston Martins. Yeah, silly mistake just like that is not what you want. Strategy today, medium to hard, around lap 10 to 13, depending on how bad the degradation is, which obviously we can't see, which isn't the best, but I'm sure we'll see when people start to pit. That's going to be the time. Mike's at the moment a very good start, setting purple in the middle sector. His teammate not being it. Is already out of his teammate's DRS. Killed though, trying the best to get back into DRS because it's going to be enabled this lap, and they're going to have it down the main straight. It's very close. We'll keep an eye on that Delta as they go around the first corner. He needs a good exit out of Redion. He's going to be using his DRS because his ERS because he really needs to stay in DRS, which he's not going to do at the moment. Unfortunate for him. Killed out of that DRS for now. Not able to do too much about it. His teammates gone. E2 is in P3. He's gained a position because of the drive-through. He is in DRS, and he is going to be challenging for that second position. Ayub Khan, just outside DRS behind, is going to be in that fight as well. Mike setting the fastest lap on those mediums, looking incredibly quick. Behind Ayub, the two Red Bulls, both with DRS, need to be getting up there. They need to be capitalising on what looks to be an Aston Martin no points finish at the moment. With so many drivers and so little laps, it's going to be really difficult for them to get back into it. Matty, out of DRS of Ayub Khan, looking to be under pressure with Ruben. We might see some team orders there because Ruben does have a championship to win. And he's got to capitalise whilst he can on Zerky not scoring anything. So I reckon you should see some Ruben, some team orders. I don't even think we should, just because Matty is going to want to try and help Ruben's championship chances. Ayub Khan nearly back into the fight with E2. Just on the edge of DRS, you can see he's been using his battery to try and get back in. Just not working. Oh, you know what, it might be working now because E2 outbraked himself a little bit going into turn 1. Ayub Khan's going to be a lot closer to him now. It's definitely going to have DRS and is definitely going to be able to try and challenge for the P2, P3 in this race. Now it's going to help him a lot, especially with Matty being 1.7 behind. This is going to really help Ayub Khan. Ayub Khan needs to be saving his battery now though, because he's got nothing, which is also difficult because he's got to stay within DRS for the entire lap pretty much. Meanwhile, Mike's up ahead with already a 3-second gap. Bearing in mind, actually, everyone else is on hards, so he's going to need a 3-second gap. Quite a bit more than 3 seconds. Although I think what we've seen in this league is that the tyre advantage is not that strong. In the sense that, especially in the second stint, because tyres, I don't know, they just... once you have the gap, it's so much easier to keep it, rather than... It's so much easier to make a gap and keep it, rather than lose a gap and have to chase. So I think Mike's has got the right idea with strategy here. But then that's also subject to safety cars and all that, so we'll see how that plays out. Ayub Khan, meanwhile, has been able to save ERS and stay in the DRS. We'll stay on board with him, actually, so we can have a good look at the gap ahead. Having the number 2, Stoffel Van Dorn's number, which would have been his home Grand Prix, and it's in a McLaren. Ayub Khan now. Oh, you know what, you might have to use a bit of ERS on this exit because he's just outside. Again, yeah, you can see him there turning it on. That should be enough. Right, he's got a really good exit there, actually. He's going to be closing up, hopefully, all up the straight. You can see that gap ever closing. I'm getting bigger again, as I assume E2 is using his ERS. A first time penalty of the race as Rishrathi gets a 3-second time penalty. He's down in P9 on 5 lap old hards. He is in a fight though, so that probably will affect him. Meanwhile, E2 was looking very aggressive on the back of Killed there. Killed really struggling for pace, it seems. I almost think he's holding E2 back a little bit, which, to be fair, he could be doing on purpose. Mike's, I believe, won one of the races, and for the life of me, I can't remember which one. Let me have a look. He won round 2, Bahrain, of course he did, with a completely dominant performance. And it does look like he's going to do the same again. I think he did the alternate strategy there as well, and it really worked for him. So fair enough. Colin Biglage won it for us. You know what? I think he might. Meanwhile, Ayub Khan also trying to get into this fight. He is, I think, struggling to keep up without having to drain his battery though. So I don't know how long this will last, especially because you need to be like half a second a lap quicker to overtake as well. So he might struggle. I think Killed is also definitely struggling with pace. He's got 4.2 seconds to his teammate. I just want to have a look at lap times. 1:45.9, 1:47.5. So that's 0.6 a lap that those mediums have on the hards. That's if we assume they're the same pace, which, to be fair, in qualifying they were. So yeah, if the pit lap's around 10 to 13, if we say it's 10, that's going to mean he needs a, what's 12 times 6? 54. He needs a 5.4 second gap if he wants to win this race, assuming that they stay at the same pace. Quick maths for you guys. We'll follow along as a DNF, Robbie Van in the Mercedes. Is that going to bring out a safety car of any kind? It doesn't look like it at the moment, Robbie Van. We'll see. I think he lost it at P1. He might... Well, he's obviously out of this race. Did he send it to the barriers at P1? Because that is exactly what I predicted in qualifying. We'll see if we can spot the car, which we can't. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Yeah. Unfortunate for Robbie Van there. I just realised Mike's helmet looks just like Pierre Gasly's. His AlphaTauri one. Yeah. Anyway, E2 Lapalainen not able to stay with a kill too much. So, you know, I think the slow pace from Kill is just a tyre disadvantage, in all honesty. Because he seems to be keeping Lapalainen at bay. Whether that's strategic from Lapalainen or not, I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah, he's only got 6 tenths, which was not as much as it was a couple laps ago, because it was 4 tenths back then. I think Ipcana is also struggling to keep this grip a little bit. So, second, third, definitely still looking quick. So, I mean, don't count Killed out in the second stint, but we might have a race in our hands towards the end for the lead. Spa is a really beautiful track. I think if I were to visit a Grand Prix, it'd be Silverstone or Spa. Just because. Beautiful tracks. Silverstone because it's my home, and Spa because it's just the coolest track. Or maybe Monza for the atmosphere. I think going to Monza as a Ferrari fan would be sick. Well, if they won, like they did in 2019. Which, oh yeah, talking about that, Charles Leclerc on that. Spa is where Charles Leclerc got his first ever win. I remember the race. Me and my sister were on the sofa in front of the TV screaming for him to win it. And then he won 2 in a row, because he won it in, oh, there's Nitz and Ahana spins it around. He won 2 in a row, Spa and Monza, which is amazing. But yeah, poor Charles this year didn't get that lucky. It's just train continues. I think these races do get a little boring sometimes because it's always strategic not to be first in the train. So not really too much happens. We can have a look behind. Hopefully these guys are doing a lot more dogfighting. We haven't really paid attention to these guys too much. We'll look at Risharathe. Risharathe needs to be making moves because he's got a 3-second time penalty. He loses the rear end a little bit there on his exit. Going onto the straight. I'm just trying to look for battles. Not really too much happening at the moment. Augustin getting a 3-second time penalty. He's down in P17. Don't think that's going to change too much. Oh, there's Matty nearly losing the rear end there on the exit of turn 1. Sorry, I'm not looking at the battles that we need to be looking at. E2 Lapalainen gets into P2 from Killed, deciding Killed's slowing him down a little bit too much. Sorry, I messed up. The moment I go away from those guys, something happens, just my luck. But that is going to change the course of events, as now the 2 AlphaTauris have been split. Yeah, I think Killed's been struggling quite a bit this race, and I wonder if we'll see. I wonder if we'll see Khan catching up as well quite a bit. Although I think he is lapping similar to Killed. I mean, have a look at lap times again. Trust your lap times. 47.4, 47.5. It's only a tenth between those guys. But Ayub Khan, he's going to want to capitalise. Maybe Killed, maybe a little bit more distressed now he's lost that position. Probably going to be a bit more desperate to try and get it back. As we are approaching the pit laps, we'll see if Mike comes in this lap. This is his pit lap as he nearly loses it on the curb. He does stay out for now. As he goes on to lap 11. Probably trying to keep it as long as possible. Before he does have to pit. Ayub Khan is in the pit though. From those hards, deciding to try the undercut onto mediums. Fair enough. Definitely not a bad idea. Quick stop. Back into the race. He's gonna go out of the pit exit. This pit exit is so awkward to drive. I don't know why. I always find it really horrible how the barriers are so close. I can't warming up his tyres on the straight. I can't trying to get past Emin. Does look like he's being held a little bit back. Yeah. Khan is ahead of Emin now as Emin pits. Yep. Hello, Wildy. You're not racing, man. Very, very sad. Yeah, sorry. I just saw in the chat you woke up a bit late. No worries. Ayub Khan is probably not who should be watching this. A bunch of other things happened. Mike's also did pit. Ayub Khan only 3.5 seconds out, and Mike's is on old hards. So, maybe Mike's suffering a little bit. E2 Lapalainen, hitting now from P1. We'll see where he comes out, because it's going to be close between him and Mike's, given how much Mike's has lost on his outlap. I mean, it's only 3 seconds between him and Ayub. We'll see where he comes out, as Ayub does set the fastest laps, looking very pacey on those mediums. He is going to come out ahead of Ayub. No, he's not, as Ayub's going to overtake the undercut, working brilliantly for him. Very close between those guys, because E2's also going to have the DRS and ERS on this back straight. I don't think it's worth it though, because it's just going to slow them both down if he overtakes. But no, Ibe is going to defend. No, he's not. He's going to go back on the outside. E2 is going to overtake again, even though he's on cold mediums, and this is just going to cost him time to Mike's. I honestly don't know if that's the best idea, but we'll see. We will see. I can't. Not really able to stay with E2 Lapalainen too much at the moment. Those mediums really starting to kick in for E2. As we go ahead, Matty is also pitting. I don't think the overcut is going to be working too well, as we've seen already. E2 Lapalainen with 2.6 to Mike's needs to be getting a move on. He's got the tyre advantage now. He just needs to make the most of it. Yeah, he's going to have to be pushing madly as Thomas Sobs disconnects. Poor guy. Hopefully he gets an invite again. Can I invite people? I don't have him as a friend, so I can't. As we're watching Matty coming out behind Luca Monaco, not being under pressure from anyone behind though, not yet at least. As I've sat behind Killed. I think he just got overtaken by Killed actually. Obviously once again a battle happens and I was not watching it. I can't. Able to stay with Killed for now, and he's going to be making him. He's got to be having to use ZRS and make a move soon if he wants to have a go. But I don't think he's going to have enough pace. I think he's going to have to set up a P4 in all honesty. Otherwise, he's going to be at risk from Ruben. Both Aston Martins. We'll just have a look at them. 11th and 13th. They're about to move up in position because of Thomas Sob's disconnection. Looking very racy to be fair, and having a decent comeback. Matty is on fresh mediums. He's going to be looking to get past Luca Monaco on 4 level mediums, so they're already going to have quite a bit of wear. He's having to lift off though because he can't go for the move yet. I think he'll do it on the DRS straight just to be safe, which I guess doesn't make sense. As Killed sets the fastest lap of the race. I can't able to stay with him at the moment. But Matty, on the other hand, at the moment, trying to get past Luca Monaco, breaks early to capitalise on the exit. But he does go wide, which will cost him a little bit, but he should be very quick up the hill and on the back straight. As he's once again lifting off, I think a tyre wear is really kicking in for Luca. As he here comes Matty 29, as he does overtake round the outside in the chicane. Does it before the breaking point as Victor Wilder also trying to capitalise on it. I'm sorry, I completely messed up the here comes line. We will get a proper one at some point. Someone will make an overtake there. Let's go back to the front. I think Ibe Khan is still within DRS of Killed, so hopefully able to do something soon. He's going to want to get the podium. Not able to do it at the moment. Sorry, I'll have a little drink. With Victor Wilder in the Ferrari, trying to overtake Luca LaMonaco. We'll see where he decides to do it, because he might do it into bus stop, which would be a brave move. And you know what? He's not. He's going to back out, which is fair enough, because the best place to do it is on the main straight. But you know what? I know he's going to do it before. Going to try and overtake, or at least put Luca off his line. No, he just going to move on, pushing Luca as wide as possible. Not quite able to do anything. We're going to have a look at Snakes. Snakes is going to try to capitalise on it. His Snake's going to be able to do anything going up the hill. He's going to have the DRS. So is Luca. Can he do anything? We're about to see it. If he can. But here does not come Victor Snakes, as Luca LaMonaco does go around the outside as they do bang wheels with Ferrari, putting them offline. That's going to be slowing Snakes down. Snake's not able to do anything from that, which is really unfortunate for him, in all honesty. But yeah, Victor's really going to want to try and get past, 'cause I think he is the faster of the two. Sorry, I didn't realise that. If we on Luca going wide, the camera angles make it really difficult to see. Luca LaMonaco following did actually go wide, and he's now lost the position to Victor. So a great move there from Victor. I didn't even realise what was happening until it was too late. Sorry, not the top of my game today, apparently. We'll see if he's able to do this. As yellow flags as Nissan Hana. The other Mercedes is out of the race. As it's going to be a full course safety car. With only 6 laps to go, everyone's going to put on the soft. This changes a lot. There's a few people there are going to be able to pit. Yeah. 1-2 QRT. I did not know E2 racing QRT. I assume that's a league. But yeah, we got a full course safety car now. These last 5 laps, or probably 4 laps by the time the safety car's in, are going to be mad. As a couple of people putting on mediums, which does surprise me. Rish and Luca, maybe a mistake, maybe they don't have any fresh sets of softs, but we'll see. For those wondering, those people who didn't pit are not going to be left out for any reason, because it's a delta that they drive to. It's VSC conditions until the leader catches up with the safety car, so they're not going to lose anything, at least they shouldn't do theoretically, by not already pitting. You'll see Augustin is going to drive past the safety car because the leader hasn't got up to it yet. There it is. Very easy to crash into if you're not paying attention. So, yeah. E2's the GOAT. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But yeah, safety car now, so I mean, hopefully everyone pits for softs. I think if you don't, maybe if you're on freshish mediums, you won't. But E2 has decided to stay out. Which... why? I'm very confused by that, in all honesty. I don't know. I mean, he's only on 5.5 medium, sure, but the softs will be faster. So he's going to be under real pressure from Mike. Kildy's going to get held down from that double stack, so Ayub Khan is going to get a free position. Mika also decides to stay out, which I guess is fair because he's pretty a bit slower. He gets track position. I'm very surprised that E2 didn't pit. I think that's a mistake. I don't know, we'll see. There's not going to be many laps left, so, and it's a track that seems very difficult to overtake without the safety car. At least it does seem with these cars, or at least these drivers. So, I mean, this is going to be a mental end to the race. If E2 Lapalainen can hold on with 5.5 mediums compared to fresh softs, I'm going to be amazed, because he's got Mike's right behind him on soft. So, this, I mean, clearly, surely, Mike's has shown superior pace this entire race. Surely this is his. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Nearly everyone is caught up. I don't know if it will be in this lap. It might be, depending on whether Augustine can get it or not. But yeah. I think Augustine will catch up this lap. It's going to be close, to be honest. I'm still not sure. It might actually be in this lap. We might have a full 4 laps of racing. It might be too late. I'm honestly not sure. If it is, it's going to be... Nah, I don't think he's close enough. Ooh, is he? I don't know. This is... No, it's definitely too late. Surely. Surely. Yeah, too late. It's the safety cars. Maybe it was a little bit earlier. Safety car. So we're only going to have 3 laps. If there is a sprint, maybe staying out was the wrong decision after all. Or maybe the right decision, because 3 laps is not a long time to gain so much track position. And there won't be DRS. Actually, no. Will there? Yeah, no, sorry, there will be DRS on the last lap, but only the last lap. But maybe that's all Mike's needs. I don't know, anything could happen at this point. Hop along with Mike's. See his POV at the moment as he's going to be trying to keep ahead of the guys behind and overtake E2, which, I mean, does look like a real possibility. 6 lap old mediums are going to be difficult to defend with. I mean, I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you who I think is going to win. It's between E2 and Mike's and Iob. I think Iob, with the double stack with Killed, because Killed double stack, I think that maybe has cost him a podium. I think Iob should be able to get past Mika. Mika probably a bit clever. I mean, if we look at the position change. Where's the position change? Up 14, so he started P17. So I mean, I think if you know you're a slow driver, staying out is the move here, because it's going to be difficult, I think, for people to overtake. It's Iob Khan, sorry. Iob Khan has just dropped down to P9. I think he went off track and spun as a safety car in this lap, but that has cost Iob Khan a podium. That is so unfortunate for him, man. Oh wow, his luck just does not get any better. Poor guy, poor guy. But we're about to see now probably the fight of the season so far. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tense. We'll see as it does come in this lap. He's going to want to try and cool those soft down as much as possible without losing any temperature in his mediums. But this is going to be a hell of a win to hold on to for E2 Lapalainen. As Mike's is going to want to try his best. We'll see when he goes. And he's gone. Getting the jump on Mike's there. Not too much. The gap's staying there around half a second. E2 going to be doing his best. We'll also see how much Mika could do on those incredibly old mediums. Got no traction compared to the guys ahead. It should be Iob Khan getting past, so poor Iob. Didn't see exactly what happened, but we'll probably find out after the race. As Mike's already looking to try and get past. Can he do anything? He's going to be staying behind in the slipstream. Kenny Gunning, not at the moment. Pulls out to the outside. He's not going to be close enough to make a move as he does go purple in the first sector. But it's not anything else. And E2 gets a 3-second time penalty, which might have just cost him the win if Mike's is not going to get past. I mean, that's just taken all the pressure off Mike's, because now he knows if he stays there, he's going to win. Anyway, and that might have just cost E2 even a podium, depending on how Mika does, how much Mika's able to slow the guys down. Mika, even, whatever. Whatever works. Mike's, though, I think is still going to want to try and overtake, because he's going to want to try and get that fastest lap as well, so he really needs to be ahead by the start of the last lap. But E2 staying in the lead for now. Under pressure though. But yeah, the time penalty might have just cost him everything, as Luca LaMonaco is spun around. I told you those curves are killer curves. They're so easy to slip. But yeah, I'm sure E2 is very disappointed right now. As killed fighting with Micah for P3. Micah not really able to do anything. Those tyres are just too worn out. As killed sets the fastest lap, looking very quick on those soft tyres. I mean, it's looking like it's gonna be an AlphaTauri 1 or 2. Ruben couldn't get past Mika that time round. He's gonna have to try and do it up the straight, but this is looking really good for AlphaTauri. Is Mike's gonna get past? Going up the hill. E2 is staying ahead, but here comes Mike's round the outside on the main straight, getting past E2 Lapalainen, and he's done it. Even if he gets a time penalty now, Mike's is in the lead. He's quick. He's on the soft tyres, and he is leading this race. Meanwhile, there's yellow flags as Matty for Red Bull has spun round. That is incredibly good for the Aston Martin guys, Zerky and Snakes. I mean, they're getting 1, 2, 4, 7 points altogether. As Ruben is going to score 10, 12 points. So only losing 5 points after that bad start for both of those guys. That's really good damage limitation there for Snakes and Aston Martin. Zerky. E2 Lapalainen is going to be under pressure from killed though, so that 3-second might just kick him off the podium. And you know who is there ready to try and take that podium is Ayub Khan. He knows, well, I don't know if he knows, but he needs to try and overtake Ruben, because he could still have a shot at a podium. Ayub Khan does have a penalty though. He also has a 3-second time penalty, and Micah doesn't. So Micah could get a podium. I don't even know. I can't even work this all out. I'll put on gap to the leader actually, as the final lap is being started by Mike's, who does set a fastest lap. I'm sure he'll beat that this time around as well. It's going to be close, to be fair. If Micah can get a podium, I don't think he would be able to. I think his tyres are just too old. So real poor guy. But yeah, an amazing drive starting P17 to end up in or P16 even, to end up in, where did he start? P17, yeah. To end up in P6 is mega. Same with Victor Wilder and the other Ferrari, both of them having great drives. We'll go on to the tyres. As Killed is behind E2 Lapalainen, who also Killed also has a penalty now. So you know what? It's gonna. Oh, Mike! I really hope Micah gets a podium now. I would love that. It would be an amazing result. But Killed having a penalty is going to disrupt the Aston Martins 1 and 2, and it does look like E2 is going to have to settle for P2 after not going with the right strategy. At least the penalty doesn't affect him in the end. But there's going to be one last chance for Killed to try and get this position. He's going to be using all of his battery. So is E2. E2 has a little bit more, so probably going to be enough. The slipstream won't be enough. Ayub Khan is not going to be able to do enough. Mike is not going to be enough. But the person who has done enough is Mike's Mikolaj. And he does come around the final corner. He's going to get the power down. And for the second time this season and in PSGL, Mike's wins the Belgian Grand Prix. A great drive, completely dominant, and there's the final results. Mike and Victor get P4 and 5 respectively. I mean, say what you want, but they both made up 13 positions each. That's mad. Um, well done to them, but Mike's was unstoppable today. He showed great pace all the way through. The safety car didn't stop him. Real great job. Driver day goes to Victor. Fair enough. Fair enough. And there is your winner today, Mikolaj. Completely deserved, in my opinion. He did just show outright fastest pace. He got the win. He got the fastest lap. He got the pole, and that's a grand slam as well, actually. I believe. I just want to double check that. Yep, that is a grand slam for Mike. He couldn't have done any better. There are your final results. Mike's lap landing killed Mika, Victor, Ruben, Zerki, Ayub Khan, Snake, Silver Arrow, Emin, Rishrathi, Thomas Subs, Augustin, Matty, Luke LaMonaco, Nissan Ohana, and Robbie Van rounds off the results today. So an amazing performance from those guys. We'll just go through the race director again for those who need it. A lot of stuff in the race director. There is your results. We'll get some interviews in here. We'll just get a few people in here. E2 cannot do an interview. Killed can. Yeah. Hopefully we get someone in the waiting room soon. There we go. Right. We'll start off with Killed. Killed P3, so close to P2 with a late penalty at the end. How was that for you?
Unfortunate, but it's my own fault, so yeah.
Yep, fair enough. I didn't actually see, but what happened to Ayub Khan? Because he was in front of you just before the safety car restart, and then I think he spun. But I'm not sure.
I think he went on the accelerator, then he tried to lock all the wheels, but
Oh yeah.
he was sideways. So
Ah, poor guy.
I did that. I did that in PSGL last season. So yeah, I know how it is.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, good drive nonetheless. You guys got a 1-3 for the team, which is really good, considering you're P4 in the standing. So hopefully, gonna be able to chase the guys in P3. But yeah, no, certainly not a bad drive from you. I mean, 3 races left in the season. What are your thoughts on those? How are you gonna approach those?
I'm just gonna practice and then drive, I guess.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Keeping it simple.
I don't think you can do it in another way, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. Yeah, so just looking at the standings, you are currently in 10th. Obviously, you'll be a bit higher after that because of the results. Same with the constructors. You guys can definitely try and get Alpine. Is that a priority for you guys? Are you going for the constructors, or you guys are both like being independent with your own things? Or
I mean, like, we don't chat much or anything. I think we just drive and then yeah.
okay, fair enough, fair enough.
But
Um,
I think I can sort something out with him that we're gonna do our best in the constructors for now.
yeah, it's definitely worth it, I think. Um, oh, where's the calendar? There it is. Australia next. How is that as a track for you? Is that are you good at Australia? Or
No,
one you struggle with?
but
Oh, that is
I think
unlucky.
I mean, like, I think I'm pretty mid at it, like
No,
in the
that's fair
middle.
enough.
Last year it was a pretty good track, but of course they made a change to
Yeah,
the layout now.
I
So
honestly don't like the layout. But yeah, just my opinion. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. Have a good week. I'll see you
yeah,
next week.
thank you,
Bye.
and see you next week.
Bye. Mike's, congratulations. Absolutely dominant performance. Just like Bahrain. How was that?
Yeah, as you said, just like Bahrain. I mean, I really practiced to this one. Like, I did 4, I think, 50% races and a lot
Wow.
of sessions with my new team,
Wow.
and this paid off. I mean, probably I don't have a chance for winning the title, but uh,
I
I
mean, you
just
never know. You never know. You gotta
yeah,
keep the hope.
it's racing. It always can happen, but
I mean, you're 40 points
I'm
behind, so it's a
yeah,
is that
I
even
need to
matter?
hope for a miracle, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I'm just focusing on each event, like next race,
Yeah,
and
it's
just try to show good pace, make my team proud, and say my show my potential.
yeah, it's fair enough. Fair enough. Um, how is Australia for you as a track, since we have that next?
I haven't driven it yet in this game.
Oh
Like I did
wow.
maybe one race, but after that result, you know, P1 to P1, you're very motivated
Yeah.
to keep pushing,
Yeah.
and I think I will prepare as hard as I can
Yeah, fair enough.
uh, for the next one, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean you got a Grand Slam, didn't you? Um, you got
Yeah,
pole fast lap race. So
also,
I
but
mean, mega
I didn't
congratulations.
I didn't lead
Oh, you
every
didn't
lap.
lead every lap, did you? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, after
Still,
the pit
almost a
stop, I
Grand Slam.
was. Yeah, but good race. A little bit of you know, in the end with the safety car,
Yeah,
I was a little bit worried because always can happen something. For example,
yeah, that's true.
in a battle, it's different way of fighting than when you are driving alone, just pure pace.
Did you think it was a
But
bit? I don't know. Do you think it was the right decision for E2 to stay out on the mediums, or do you think he should have pit as well?
I pitted from hards to softs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
I mean easy.
that was definitely a good decision.
Yeah,
I mean, Etu could defend this P2, uh, but I don't think on these hards I could have done this.
fair enough, fair enough. So yeah, that was a no-brainer for you. Congratulations, son. I'll let you get on with your week. So yeah, have a good week.
Yeah,
See you next
it
time.
will be a good week for sure.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah, bye, thank you.
Thank you everyone for watching today. Not the best stream to start with, but really got into it afterwards. So we'll see you next week for Australia. Goodbye.
This broadcast was brought to you by GT Omega, proudly supporting PSGL.